I take 5 supplements, 5, and I stay sub 8% body fat year round, at times eating 570 grams of carbs a day. The shelf in the supplement store has about 50 bottles on it, but you only need 5 of them. The supplements that actually work are cheap, boring, and they've been around for 30 years. The expensive, exotic stuff with the crazy label is almost always where the evidence is the weakest. By the end of this video, you'll have my exact 5 ranked plus a full tier list from take this all the way to you're being robbed, and you'll have the one test to judge any supplement before you spend $1. I'm Noel Nolm. I play pro football for the Toronto Argonauts. I was a D1 wide receiver and 2-time team captain at Eastern Washington University, and I'm the founder of Make It Happen Coaching, where I've coached over 100 men through this exact system. At times, I'm eating 570 grams of carbs a day. I hold sub 8% body fat and do it on this 5 supplement stack that costs less than a bottle of all that fancy stuff. First, we're going to go through the one filter that decides if a supplement is worth your money, then the full tier list, S down to F, why the top tier wins, creatine, whey, caffeine, and the science behind them. Then the part nobody talks about, how to test for the half of your stack that's personal. Then I kill the 5 supplement myths that are still draining your wallet. And by the end of this video, you'll understand supplements better than 95% of the guys working at the supplement store, and you'll never get suckered by a proprietary blend again. So let's get into it and stay all the way till the end. I'm going to have a little bonus at the end for you guys. Here we go. First, let's start with the false belief, because this has been the thing that's been emptying your wallet. You believe that a better supplement is a more expensive one, a cooler label, a longer ingredient list, like I said, a proprietary blend, a form of creatine with letters after it. More money, more results. And that belief is exactly backwards. And the industry counts on you to believe that. The stuff with the biggest marketing and the highest budget to get in front of you and get your attention usually has, like I said, the smallest pile of evidence. The stuff that actually works is the cheap, ugly stuff that we talked about, right? And so we're going to get into that here in a second. First, I want to just show you guys here someone that, we got him on this 5 supplement stack, and we got him running our bulletproof shred system. And as you guys can see here, Cyrus got in the best shape of his life. And like he said, in this form, feeling so damn good. That's what it's all about. And all he did was run these 5 supplements. He didn't have a bunch of different fancy ones. Like I said, I'm going to show you some bonus things at the end that might be exactly for your situation and what you need. So as we get into it, supplements are the last 5% of your results. I've posted 3 different videos on protein, on carbs, on fats before this, so go check those out. Those are the pillars. This is the cherry on top, but it does make a difference. Training and food are the other 95. No pill is going to fix a broken diet. It's just, it really adds that extra bit of performance at the end. So how do you tell the 5% that works from the noise? Here we go. Every supplement, we got one question that's really big, okay? Every supplement gets judged on this. Is there real, repeated, human evidence it worked? Okay? So that we can break into 3 different checks. Check number 1, does it actually do something, right? Number 1, does it work? Does it work? Not a rat study, but proven in multiple human trials. The key with this is looking at research. Most supplements never clear this bar. Check number 2, is it dosed honestly? This is where you potentially get robbed. Most pre-workouts hide a tiny amount of the good stuff inside of this, proprietary blend. I've said that over and over again. You can't see how little you're getting. So if the label won't tell you the exact dose, assume that it's so low that it won't matter or won't make an effect. Okay, then check number 3. Is the cost worth the effect? Some things work a little bit, but cost a lot. The best supplements flip that, right? Creatine is pennies, and it's one of the most studied compounds in human history, most effective, literally like a legal steroid. When something works and it's cheap, that's the tell that the evidence is real, not the marketing. So run every single bottle, every single supplement that you take for the rest of your life for these. Let's get into the supplement tier list really quickly here, guys. And as you guys can see here, this is me on the left, I'm eating like 200 grams of carbs. On the right, I'm eating 570. This is before I was taking the supplements on the left consistently. And then this has been, I was taking them at that time for 2 months consistently. So you can see the results that it can have. Like I said, when it's really mixed with the right things. Okay, here we go. S tier, guys. We've got, boom, creatine monohydrate. Monohydrate is the one that you want to get. Whey protein or whey isolate, same thing. Caffeine, and only if your blood work says vitamin D and omega-3s. That's the whole proven core. Now, the thing is, most people are extremely deficient in vitamin D3, and omega-3s. Okay, those are your S tiers. You're going to stick to those. Like I said, get your blood work first, look at those, but creatine, you're going to use whey. And honestly, you don't need the whey. It's just the leucine content is really good, but you could eat all real food, real protein. Caffeine is one that's incredible. But remember, we don't want to overuse it. We want to do it in phases because it will lose its sorry, the more that we use it. Okay, A tier, solid. Okay, citrulline malate, which is in a lot of pre-workouts. 6 to 8 grams is key for blood flow and performance. And then electrolytes. Now, I will preface this. If you're sitting at a desk all day and you don't sweat, and you don't really sweat in your workouts, you probably don't need this. But if you're sweating and you're performing hard, sodium, potassium, magnesium, they're really underrated for when you're training hard and you're having a lot of carbs. So super cheap, and they fix cramping and flat pumps really fast. So it's going to improve the quality of your sessions, which you'll be able to have more mechanical tension, push more weight, build more muscle. Okay. B tier. Okay. We got our minor, right? Like mostly, situational or minor. Beta alanine. This one is proven and it works, but it's small and it has to build up over weeks. The tingles that you get from it, that once again, they're in your pre-workout, probably they aren't the benefit. It's for repeated like endurance type thing. So if you're looking to perform in an endurance type format, this is what it's going to be huge. Okay, baiting, some evidence for power, but it's mixed. So like I said, these are minor. C tier, mostly hype. Okay, and I think BCAAs are trash. They're pointless if you eat enough protein. If you're doing the right things, you don't need them. So get your protein, and you don't ever have to take BCAAs ever again, which you should be. Okay. Fat burners. So it's just really caffeine in a fancy bottle with a markup. When you have caffeine, you end up burning more calories after you take it. So, it's just a fancy way of saying fat burner. Well, it's just probably caffeine. Okay, proprietary pre-workouts. We talked about this. A sprinkle of the good stuff hidden in a blend. So it's going to say that it has all these things. It's going to say it has creatine. It's going to say it has citrulline malate, beta alanine, right? But it might be like 2 grams or not, something that's just negligible in the performance, right? So stay away from those. Okay, F tier. Testosterone boosters that don't raise test, detox, and cleanse pills. Your liver already does that for free, guys. Like exotic creatine forms with a bunch of marketing. If you see your supplement company partnering with a movie, that's probably probably not ideal, right? I literally saw that. And then most greens powders are expensive, underdosed, and at the end of the day, they're no substitute for eating vegetables. Okay, so why does the S tier win, guys? Let's go through the proven core here. Here we go. The proven 5. Because remember, like this is where our focus should go. Creatine is the king, and it's earned, okay? They did a study, and it's the most legal supplement effective legal supplement for building muscle and strength. It works even better on a cut because it protects your muscle, and then it pulls water into your muscle so you look fuller, not softer. It's not fake weight. Don't listen to all this garbage that everyone's going to tell you about creatine, all the myths. Creatine is the GOAT. 5 grams a day for the rest of your life. You don't need to load it. You don't have to worry about any of that stuff. It's incredible. Monohydrate is the best one. So the cheapest one is the best one. And that's why I say monohydrate, because they tested all of them and there was no difference. Okay. Whey is next. And like I said, it's not magic, right? It's another easy way to hit your protein. The magic is hitting your protein, guys. That's the key. Like whey just gets you faster to your daily protein, and it's the highest in leucine, which I talk about. Is super important. It's the amino acid that flips the muscle building switch on. So really good. Caffeine, the most effective pre-workout ingredient that exists. And like I said, it's basically free. I mean, you just get it in a morning coffee, green tea. There's so many different ways to get it. 3 to 6 milligrams per kilogram of body weight. So about 30 minutes out, they show reliably it does boost performance, strength. The one catch, like I said, is your tolerance builds. So you gotta cycle it, take a week off, and your sensitivity will completely reset. So, and you might feel not great that week. You'll notice it, especially if you've taken in the morning. Okay, so when we're just looking at these top ones here, the GOATs. So yeah, and then listen, the proprietary blend, like we talked about at the bottom here, it's just garbage, right? Like you're not getting all the information that you need. Like when we were working with Cyrus, he came in and he did not know what he was taking with his supplements. We got him on creatine. We got him on these things. We had him just inconsistently take them. And it was a cherry on top that really elevated him to his top performance that he's ever been in, best shape of his life. And that's the thing. He was already successful in other areas of his life, making a ton of money, but he wanted to take his fitness to the next level. And this is what we did. So anyways, we really wanted to be dialed with this, right? Okay. So, don't guess, right? We got to test, right? Here's what separates us from every other supplement video. Half of your stack isn't universal, it's personal. So the only way to know some of this stuff, right, is vitamin D, omega-3, magnesium, iron. These aren't, I say it'd be good for everyone to take because a lot of people are deficient, but it really isn't everyone take the supplements because they're more take this if your labs are low. Most men are low in vitamin D and omega-3s, but I don't guess, and especially with our clients, everyone that's in our community, we get them to get their lab work done. We work through a company called Function Health, and we get a bunch of different biomarkers, but that's going to give us the answer of what we actually need to do. And then also what I do is I've done Viome and I've done self-decode, so DNA testing, and that's what we do with our highest level clients so that we can see genetically what are you at risk for, what do we need to supplement, all that good stuff. So it's catered to you, right? Creatine, all those three, the base ones, that's very important. But the rest, the back half, some people are going to be running a completely different stack than you because of what they need with their body. And that's why two guys can run completely different stacks, but they're both right because they have the performance core, they have the creatine, they take their whey, their caffeine, but the corrective half, the half that's for your longevity, that's for you alone. So population advice will get you the first half, but only your blood work will get you that back half. That's going to be the most important for you. So let's get into the 5 myths here. I told you guys we get into these. Okay. Myth number 1, you need a pre-workout to train hard. No, you do not. I don't take pre-workout really for the most part. You need caffeine and a decent night's sleep. So I'll have some green tea. Sometimes at times I've had a pre-workout and it definitely helps, guys. It's good. Caffeine pills, but you don't need the other 15 ingredients, right? They just want to make the label look busy, make it seem really good. Myth number 2, expensive creatine is better. Backwards. Remember, plain monohydrate beat every fancy form in this study done by Antonio and his head-to-head data. So, and it's the cheapest one. Myth number 3, BCAAs build muscle. Like I said, there was a paper that literally was titled BCAAs and muscle protein synthesis, myth or reality? And the answer was a myth. If you eat enough protein, you already have everything BCAAs claim to give you, the recovery, all that garbage. It's just flavored water with a markup. That's all it is. Okay. Myth number 4, fat burners burn fat. A calorie deficit, metabolic priming, getting your metabolism up, and then being in a deficit burns fat. Almost every fat burner is just caffeine, like I said, dressed up in a different bottle. So the pill isn't doing the work. You are doing the work. This is the 5% after the 95. Myth number 5, carbs ruin your physique. Like I said, I'm eating 570 grams of carbs a day. It's not calories. It's not, what you have with the carbs with the supplements. No, it's your training, the stuff you're eating, right? Like that's not the story. Okay. So here's 3 things you guys can do today. Like I said, this is not a program. What's going to get you the best results is going to be something catered to you, your biology, what you need. This is just once again, something it's a good place to start. Okay. One, have the proven core and never stop taking them. Creatine, whey, caffeine, and then vitamin D or omega-3. Go get your labs. Okay. Don't buy a blend ever again. And then test before you spend. If you just do these, you're going to be dialed for the rest of your life. Right. We come back here to Cyrus, right? He just took these. That's it. And, this was a guy who's looking in the mirror and wasn't happy with what he saw, right? We dialed in the fundamentals. We got him a plan that was catered to his biology. And that's where the men that I coach end up. And it's where you would get to, right? Like imagine 3 months from now, your cabinet's got the 5 things in it, not 20. You've got, a dialed plan that's catered to your biology, a rhythm that works for you. You stop chasing all these things that don't work and you focus on the couple rocks that get the real result, the big rocks. This is where people end up. And I told you guys I would give you a little bonus, okay? I told you guys, if you are an athlete or you former athlete and you have joint issues, here's another 2 that I would highly recommend. This is something else that we put Cyrus on, is the collagen, the gelatin. This is going to be so good. Take it with vitamin C. So you can have an orange or you can get vitamin C pills, whatever. Take it with vitamin C, and this is going to be really good for your tendons, joints. This is the little extra bonus I wanted to give you guys. If you do have joint pain, this is another one that's proven that helps with keeping the thickness of your tendon, and all the collagen goes to your tendons, and that's what your tendons are made of. So anyways, the program, guys, and what we do here, it is not for everybody. If we go over to, the community that we got, it's not for everybody, right? If you want a magic pill, this isn't for you. But if you're a former athlete, you know what you're capable of. You're successful in other areas of your life. You're a high performer. You want to be around other high performers and get in the best shape of your life. Learn these things so you can impact your family tree through your fitness. If you're tired of being embarrassed, of taking your shirt off at the side of the pool, if you're tired of your wife scrolling Instagram more than being interested in being intimate with you, if you're tired of your kids not being able to look up to you like they could, then this is for you. You already know what to do. Go down in the link, go follow me on Instagram, go message me on Instagram, DM me Shred. Or if you guys are ready just to go see if you're a good fit for the community, jump on a call down below. We'll get a consultation, see what it looked like to run a plan with your biology, with your goals that's catered to you and what you want to do. You guys can go book the call that's in the description below. And if not, subscribe, comment down below what you guys want to see more of, what questions you guys have off of this. I appreciate all the love on the videos, everything that we're doing. It's for you guys to get you in the best shape of your life. I want to see you impact your family tree through your fitness and be the best that you can be, so you can maximize your income, your impact, and live a life that's on your terms. We'll see you guys in the next video. Make it happen. Out.